Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to your Wednesday's Talking Town. I'm your host, The Gov, and we are here to look ahead to the weekend's action. Another Sky Sports showdown, this time against Leeds United. Fairly big game. Much bigger than last week, really, in terms of the league table. Certainly, how are you feeling heading into it? Confident? Nervous? Should we be nervous after the fairy tale season we're having? Let us know your thoughts and feelings in our live chat. If you're watching on Catch Up, FTA, comment for the algorithm. Let YouTube know you're watching. Interact, hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment for that algorithm. Lots of you coming into the live chat, which we absolutely love to see. Phil Blundell, so who's drawn up our Christmas transfer wish list for Kieran McKenna then? Great question. We've got a transfer link, our first to really talk about this evening, which was reported this morning by Stuart Watson of the East Anglian Daily Times. If you've seen it, you'll know who's coming up. If you haven't, keep listening. Max Facts, good morning all. Joining trade around Melbourne at the moment. Litmus test on Saturday for Max, the litmus test. Somebody said to me this morning, they're more worried about Southampton, who are quietly going under the radar, quietly going about their business. 10 points behind Town still, but so are Leeds. And all we seem to talk about is Leeds. Are you of similar opinion? Do you look at Southampton and think, actually, that's the team we should be looking over our shoulder at? Streaky, greetings from Copenhagen. Scouting possible venues for the Blues European 25-26 season. Love to see that. Get your thoughts, get your feelings in to the chat. As always, we are partnered up with Match Bingo. Bingo cards are now available on the app. I have already got a couple of them. You've got the free bingo goals card as well. If you've not heard of Match Bingo before, well, this is an opportunity to win cash prizes while also raising funds to support the East Anglian Air Ambulance. I'm sure we can all agree how important the East Anglian Air Ambulance is. You've got a link in the chat. Please do click it, head there. You've got how to play on the screen right here. Amazing prizes await. With Match Bingo, you have the chance to win fantastic cash prizes every week. We offer a mix of free to play and paid for games to suit everyone's preferences. The more you play, the more you can win. Be gamble aware, over 18s. And of course, as I say, you are supporting the East Anglian Air Ambulance. More information is on their website. Right. Charlie, I'm confident, but I fear the defense will cost us again, and we could be 3-1 down by the 20th minute. Charlie coming in early with the jitters. I am joined, as always, by the legendary, the mythical, if somewhat cut to ribbons this evening, Mr. Richard Moss and Matthew Phillips. How are we, gentlemen? How are we?
All good. All good.
Good. Richard been in the wars, bless him. He's
wait there.
Wait there. Oh. Your call is important to us.
Richard's had an unlucky week this week. His vacuum cleaner blew up. He went to the supermarket on the wrong day.
Don't worry about it. Don't talk about that. Look at this.
Very sore subject.
Anyway, look at this.
What is this? Oh, look at that.
Look at this wonderful print that I had received today. There is 97 of 500. What number's yours, Matt?
96.
There you go. From that man at the top there. Thank you very much, Gov.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help throughout the year. Thank you for your help throughout the year.
We don't like this. Magical Vegas.
Well, I can't do nothing about that. That did happen. That was a part of our history.
Brilliant. Love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you both very much. And Merry Christmas to you both. Charlie's coming in early with the nerves. He's nervous about being 3-1 down by the 20th minute again.
Nervous? They're 10 points behind us, this lot, and Southampton. Bring it on.
Bring it on. All right.
You were giving it a big one last week. Last week you were saying it's a shellacking.
The shellacking happened, as I said, but we just didn't translate to goals.
The shellacking happened. I just woke up and the alarm went off.
If it weren't for Leicester City, we'd have the record amount of points in the Championship at this point ever.
I mean, Nana Will should be a bike. She doesn't. All right. So
I think we probably still have got that record, just that Leicester are ahead of us.
There you go. But before we get to Leeds, we're jumping. We've got some things to get through before we get to Leeds. All right, we've got that man there.
In attack. He's not playing for you anymore.
No. As we slept, Massimo announced his retirement from international duty. What are our thoughts on that one? Obviously, through the retirement, it does mean that he won't be playing for Australia and leaving us in January. Got to be happy about that. There's no way else you can be, Matt, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a boat out of the blue. We've been saying for God knows how long. Luongo's back in the Australian squad. Him and Burgess will be gone. I expect Burgess still to go. He's at the start of his international career, isn't he? And good luck to him. But even if he's Scottish. But Massimo, yeah, brilliant news. Listen, we'll come to it. We'll come to it in a minute, won't we, about Morsey? But we thought we were going to have to go through the January games. As long as he stays injury-free, illness-free, he's going to be there for us. So that's great. If something does happen to one of our other midfielders, at least we know he's going to be there if he stays fit.
And that is the flip side, isn't it? Because Mr. Moss, Sam Morsey has been included in the 50-man.
55.
Now, 55.
I'm sorry. Now,
I've 55.
Yeah. Bruce. We've been here before with Sam. He's been in this provisional squad quite a few times. Hasn't quite made the final cut other times. Has Mass retirement? They're very similar ages. Does that sort of put a little bit of spotlight on Morsey to do the same in your opinion?
Well, I'm just on the Socceroos.com, and he says this is Mass. This has been a decision I've not taken lightly, but I've got to prioritise managing my body because look, we all know when he come to town with the injury record he had, Matt. At Wednesday, they still talk about him now in glowing terms. Didn't play at Borough, but I've got to prioritise managing my body as my career goes on. I've loved my journey and will always cherish the moments I've had in the jersey. Look forward to watching on. So I suppose with him, he's thinking, look, he would have been in the squad, no doubt. He wouldn't have been starting for him, would he? I doubt. So does he really want to go to the Asia Cup and play a bit part player? Look, he's had an injury checkered career, Matt. When you look at him, he's been over 10 years, I think, playing for the national team. He's only got 44 caps. So injuries obviously curtailed because obviously, look, he'd have had many more. And I think he's probably made the correct decision. And looking at the bigger picture for Town, because he has a chance here, Martin, of a promotion to the Premier League. Highlight of your career, right? So good for him. Sam Morsey, on the other hand, 55 in the squad. 2 ticks.
The Amazon man again. He turned up during the Alex Matthew interview. It's a big squad, that, isn't it? 55. My God. Martin, you've muted yourself.
Sorry, I have. Sorry. That's because I was having a coughing. Right, Rich.
I'm back.
I was just saying, it felt like you were building up to a big hammer blow of an opinion.
See, Morsey, right? Do we see him doing a Luongo and retiring? I don't think so. If I'm being,
will Sam Morsey ever get the chance to play in the Premier League outside of the one he's currently got? Do you feel?
But I think I'm not saying that playing for his country didn't mean any more to Luongo, but I think Morsey's obviously he's quite religious, and I don't think he would take that decision lightly to pass up an opportunity of playing in the African Cup of Nations, which would probably be his last chance, wouldn't it? At his age. But saying that, when you think I think he's been in provisional squads before, Matt, and he hasn't made the final cut. We were chatting this afternoon. I don't know what the final squad is. Is it about 23, 25? They must have some good midfielders if Sam Morsey doesn't make their starting 11. That's what I must say.
Me and Rich were discussing this. They seem to pick a lot of domestic players from the Egyptian league.
Anyone in the chat, find out how many teams are allowed in the squad for the African nations.
2 players I recognise in that Egypt side is Salah, obviously, at Liverpool, and Marmoush, who plays up front for Frankfurt. But everyone else seems to be picked from certainly midfielders keeping him out, Morsey out of the squad, seem to be from the Egyptian league. So they must be bloody good. Should be scouting them to keep him out.
Yeah, absolutely. We should be right. And we've often said that, haven't we? Every time Morsey's left out of the final squad, we've often said they must be really good ahead of him because Morsey is a phenomenal player, particularly for Ipswich Town. El Nani Foot is one ex-Arsenal, says Phil Blundell.
I've decided Pyramids is going to be my Egyptian team. What a great name for a club in Egypt. Pyramids.
Yeah. I've got an Egyptian shirt. When I went to Egypt, I bought one. Yeah, I like to buy national team shirts when I go there, not just because I fancy it.
Do you walk like one?
No.
Did you buy a
song
Bognor
on
Regis
Egyptian.
Town?
It's a good
Bognor Regis Town shirt
That's it.
when you went down there?
I know it's
In the club shop.
a great question.
point.
I know it's its own little place map, but it's not a national country. So I wouldn't have bought a Bognor Regis shirt because
That's a no.
That is a no.
Bognor
But I have got
all inclusive in Egypt. Did you go all inclusive?
Yes, of course.
How many pools did they have?
Pool. What is it? I mean,
When did you go there? I went to Sharm. Went to Sharm El Sheikh.
Sharm El Sheikh. Went there about 12 years ago.
I'd imagine Martin complains about the heat when he goes to these.
I
places.
went to that hotel. You remember
It's
the
too
hotel
hot.
you remember the hotel that they blew up in that terrorist
nice.
attack? Do you remember that?
Is that where
Was
you
that
went?
there?
Yeah, when they rebuilt it, obviously. I went back and stayed there. I remember going there. It was 51 degrees in the day, Matt, and 38 degrees at night.
Oh my god!
It was a heat wave when we went.
Not that hot.
Boiling.
In the 50s, I think, from memory. It was 12 years ago. Don't quote me. It was very warm. I'm a heat baby. I have to be hot. Gov, don't do cold. Come on, boys. You know this.
No, I don't like cold either.
Gov, don't do cold.
I don't want it
Gov,
that
as
hot.
hot as you can.
I'm going to be
That
picky about the heat. I don't want it that hot.
There was a couple. They looked like a piece of leather. They must have sat out in that sun nearly every single
Probably
day.
me.
And it was like, oh my Lord. I mean, I don't mind the heat, but it was the
If
extreme.
my eyes aren't stinging because my hair gel is melting, it's not a holiday for me.
God.
All right, it's not a holiday for
I've
me.
had problem when I'm reffing now and it rains. If my hair gel, it runs into my eyes and it fucking stings my eyes. I'm like,
You want
That's
to
how
get
you lost that red card, didn't it? Say you lost that red card that time.
I found it though. Don't worry. 43
How
minutes
we
later, there it
control
was.
all the time. It's how
Otherwise,
lose
you've been on
control.
refshop.com.
Do you reckon EFL referees, who by the way have got like was 80% or
85%. 85%
Sorry.
decisions correct apparently this season.
Do you think the other 15% is because they hair gel? They couldn't see because of the hair gel in their
There
eyes.
was another one in the weekend. I see if anyone's seen the Barnsley goal versus Charlton, when the ball clearly goes out of play, the ref plays on. Didn't get that decision right, did you, ref? But there you go.
There you go.
Did Barnsley have like 100-year-old woman mascot? Was it them?
I don't know, Matt.
Tell me in the comments. Someone told me this. Did you see the mascot that was 100 years old or something at Barnsley? I think it was Barnsley.
I've got no idea.
No, play up front. Was she playing up front?
Well, it got me thinking back to Rich wanting to be the adult mascot at Town. Remember?
Oh, I'd love to be the adult mascot. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Walk out holding Sam Morse's hand,
Are you
towering
allowed
over him.
to be an adult mascot?
Oh, they've done it before, haven't they? For people who like it's their stag do's. I've seen it before just for a laugh. Someone buys like the mascot package and they come out wearing the full kit.
I'd have done a mascot next to Bart. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love
love
that.
Oh, imagine that. He'd be dribbling, wouldn't he? Do you imagine him coming up? They'd let Martin take a penalty. He'd be a quivering wreck, wouldn't he?
Oh, I deliberately would miss just because I want to upset
No,
Bart.
but I dive
you
out the way.
wouldn't.
They all
You're
dive out the way
competitive.
when these little kids take penalties. Everyone dives out the way. Do you reckon when an adult takes it? Do you reckon they'd take it, wouldn't they?
In all seriousness, where has the half-time entertainment gone? Like, where has the hit the crossbar?
Yeah, I never
challenges?
liked that. I used to hate that. I hated it. Other than when
I done the Zorbing. Do you remember the Zorbing they had before? I done that. I done
know you
it.
did.
Okay, I done it against Watford,
Did
and I
you?
got in my Zorbing ball, by the Churchmans, and the kid in the other Zorb was about 17 fucking years of age. This was was Jill manager? It was on a Tuesday night. He beat me. I remember somebody doing that, and I think they done their shoulder.
They did.
That's how they stopped it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they
the
done
old
their
holiday
shoulder.
one was brilliant.
Oh, that
You
was
know,
good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I
that
mean,
was
then
quite
Rob Chandler on the mic. You obviously, I mean, that's when you need a really strong MC because obviously they've got to make it fun and funny.
good.
And
He was good,
great.
wasn't he? He was very good.
And who were the lads that turned up from the Ipswich Disability Programme?
Yeah, with Lee. Brilliant. They took pens. Was that in the Coventry
Yeah,
game before COVID?
Yes, the very last
The
one.
goalkeeper
remember-
kid, wasn't he? Going
I
crazy.
remember one of them doing he done a knee slide on the pitch. Don't
Then
think
he
the
did
groundsman
it.
would be too happy now, would he?
Yeah, that was the best. That was the best ever. That was better than the game, quite frankly.
Well, it was at that point. Ashley says they should do adult mascots. That'd be brilliant. I just want to hold Wesley's hand. See? Now that you'd pay $250 for, right?
Really?
Lumpy.
It's
It is a bit lumpy. Not me personally. I mean, but
You would not miss a pen against Bart because you're too competitive. You don't like losing.
No, that's very true.
You'd
That's
want
very-
to
I would tell him to behave properly. Right. last bit of business.
I scored a pen past Laurie Civil once when I was about 8. It was only until I became an adult that I worked out he probably had let it in on purpose.
There's no probably about it, is it, Matt?
It was well struck.
It was well
Beautifully
struck.
Laurie
Right.
couldn't get down to it. Well, Laurie.
First proper transfer rumor this morning. Stuart Watson reporting.
Here we go.
Regarding Jay Stansford. We've often spoken about.
Scouted by you two.
Well, I wouldn't say scouted.
I can't take the credit. I cannot take the credit for this, Mr. Burns.
Okay, I will.
Burns Senior. Where's his dad? I spoke to him last summer. Right, this is when we're in League One, and he said there's this kid at Fulham that Town should go for, and he goes by the name of Jay Stansford. I didn't know a lot about him, and he obviously went to Exeter, didn't he, on loan?
Yeah.
And then I woke up this morning, I had a message, and he said, I could have saved Ashton $3 million. Well, who do you think is more impressive against us this season? Sinclair Armstrong or Jay Stansford? Look, Sinclair Armstrong, I think, but he's done nothing since. I think, we had this problem when we signed the guy by the name of the Gas Man, and he's ripping it up for Cambridge, by the way. I told you this afternoon, Matt, he's got 5 and 5. And he did look good. He did look good, Sinclair Armstrong, but do we sign players on one game? No. I don't even think he's playing for QPR at the minute.
Well, we did.
We did. That was a punt. Yeah. Stansfield, much better player. Much better player. I think he's a McKenna player, if I'm honest. But you will not be getting him. You will not be getting him for $3 million. Nowhere near.
He's rated $2 million on transfer market.
No chance.
About
5-year contract. He's got a 5-year contract with Fulham, Martin, that he signed in the summer. And I know we say that about George Hurst, didn't we? He'd signed that new contract at Leicester. That's just to protect their asset, isn't it, really, when you think of it? I think he'd be a good signing. I honestly do. I think he's not a Hurst type player.
I was thinking this. So he's a centre forward, right? But he's 6 foot. I thought he was smaller than that. He's 6 foot. So I mean, he would have to play that role. I mean, that's the only role.
Rooney's been playing him on the right hand side, and he's been playing. What's the kid they signed from Peterborough? Dembele. He had been playing him through the middle. But when I watched the game on Monday when they played Leicester, Stansfield was playing through the centre. Look, I really like him. Is there any truth in the rumour? You don't know, but if we're linked with players like him, I think we could be more than happy if that's the type of player that we're looking at. Because I see as I
was going to say, there's no way the East Anglian Daily Times would even risk mentioning a player because that damages the club. Do you remember what Ashton said? So I mean, it's just to me something's going on, but
hang on.
I can't see the newspaper. The newspaper.
Oh no, it was. What about Sonny Bradley? Who mentioned him?
Well,
easy, didn't it?
Easy,
It went well, didn't it? Where's he now? Where's he playing now?
He signs next week.
Derby, I think. I think he would Derby.
Is he really Derby? Is he really
John
Derby?
Yeah. I just think anything you now see in the local newspaper, because they're kind of tied to the club, I would imagine there's something. I would imagine there's something going on.
Well, they've got the links now. Andy Warren works at the club. Does he give Stuart a little bit of a? Little bit of
they are journalists as well. Obviously, they do have their contacts. And
I'd be excited, Martin, if we sign someone of that potential, because I think he's a young player, and we all know what Kieran can do with young players. I see also that there was a little rumour about Ahmed Diallo, Martin.
I know.
I see that. That was on a Twitter site that I don't think is very sort of reliable. But listen. He will probably be going out on loan because he's now fit. I see Sunderland were linked with him, but they've got a new manager, like I said earlier, Matt, when I spoke to you. McKenna knows all about him. He would be a great loan signing. He would be excellent. And that's the type of player.
Where does he play?
He played on the right-hand side for Sunderland, didn't he?
Oh, right. Okay. So what, in the Wes role?
Yeah, he plays that sort of, he could play. I think he plays in the 10, any of them places across the front. It's someone to get you off your seat, Martin, wouldn't he?
That's a 1-2 punch, isn't it? Wes goes off, he comes on, or Diallo goes off, Wes comes on. Cool, that's a 1-2.
This is what you wanted, though, wasn't it? You wanted that kind of rotation, didn't you?
Yeah, that ability off the bench in either player, where you're not risking what you're getting today. You know what you're getting today, a proven commodity. Twice in the summer window as well, and that's what Stansfield brings a little bit, Matt. That proven commodity. Albeit briefly, at Birmingham, but it's a struggling Birmingham side, and he's done really well for a young player.
5 goals scored against us.
I've seen Birmingham 3 or 4 times. 5 goals when the way they create chances. That's probably 15, really.
Yeah, yeah, So I mean, look, we all thought he was a really decent player when they played against us in the rain there. I'm just wondering where he'd slot in. It's interesting, Rich. You say he's played on the right hand side. Would he be better than Hurst down the middle? I can't see Hurst being shifted by anybody at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see where they would identify him to play. But we didn't think Ladapo would play one as a one, and he has done. So it'd be interesting to see if it comes to fruition, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the loan deal at Birmingham is that reviewable in January? Are they able to?
I don't know. See, I don't know if there's a clause in there that says Fulham could recall him. I don't know. I wouldn't know that.
Because I could, yeah.
They're on the back of a bid. I mean, Broadhead certainly got recalled, didn't he, to Everton on the back of us putting a bid in.
He did.
So maybe,
he did.
I think maybe they got the same agent. Who knows?
Who knows? Charlie said we always got enough goals. Score enough goals though. Defence is more of a concern for Charlie. Mark would love us to go for Jack Clark and Lee.
I said about him the other Sunday, didn't I? I think he's the type of player, Jack Clark. If you got promoted, I think you could target someone like him then, and that'd be 10 million plus. He would definitely.
I'd love to know where this 3 million fees coming, given how the
that's Alan Nixon. Alan Nixon.
Alan is it?
Twitter. So yeah, that's just come from him.
Well, he's in with a lot of agents. So I mean, look, he predicted the Judge signing. Remember when Paul Lambert didn't know anything about it, and then the next day he signed by lunchtime.
He never knew anything about anything, Paul Lambert, did he? He got no idea. Is Scoosey back on the grass? Don't know.
Who?
Yeah. Who's that guy? I would say Nixon's probably pretty tight with some agents. Maybe this is one of his contacts. So interesting.
He does have a recall clause.
Oh, there you go.
Are you able to be recalled and then go on loan in the same window?
Not on the same window. See, like Scarlett can't play for a third club because he played for Tottenham in the cup. Played for Town. If he got recalled, he'd have to stay at Tottenham. He can't go out. Yeah. Whereas, obviously, Stansfield is. It might be obviously if he's got a recall clause, there, it's probably window to window. So
same as Broadhead, then, yeah.
Yeah, he could be recalled in the first, for example, and then loaned back out to Town in the second.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so I could see a loan deal with a view to buy happening. I can feasibly see that. Yeah. Still wouldn't be 3 million in any world, but that would be more of an inclination, maybe.
Well, if you get promoted on the back of his loan, then you've got the money to spend, then, haven't you? Well, we've got it now by all accounts, but
yeah, I've got it now. Promotion given Clark, absolutely not for sale. Championship clubs top pick up for a promoted team in summer. That'll be us then. Don't worry about it. It'll be here eventually.
Because you do see, don't you? A lot of teams who get promoted, they cherry pick them, the better players from them top championship clubs, don't they? Really, Jack Clark is Sunderland's best player. Obviously, Michael Beale's just come in. I don't think he's going to be wanting to get rid of him anytime soon this season, is he really? Because he's going to be sort of leading their march to hopefully for them, to get to the place. What did you think to the appointment there, Martin Beale?
I had to Google who he was.
They really liked him at QPR, and he kind of let him down, went straight to Rangers, and then he just.
But he said he was staying, didn't he? He said he turned. Was it Wolves he turned down?
Yeah, that's right. He kissed the badge, apparently. Kissed the badge for QPR, and he was gone.
And then you've got we spoke about this earlier. I can't get my head around Martin Stephen Schumacher going to Stoke. That just baffles me.
No.
Obviously for bunts.
But, and also it's an hour from Liverpool, we were saying, weren't we, Rich?
Yeah,
so, I mean, maybe it's a family decision. But why would you leave mid-season at Plymouth when you've just won them the title? You could keep them up, then you could go with everyone's blessing, couldn't you?
Do you reckon that meme will be out? Like the Ian Beale and Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, I got nothing left.
That'll be him at the end of the season when Jack Clark goes to Town.
Leighton Baines, I've been told.
There's a great meme now going around. I don't know if you see it the other day of Brendan Rodgers' face crying when he was talking about their defeat to Hearts at the weekend. Someone had made him cry, and he's obviously giving an interview, Matt, but someone's made it look like he's going, yeah, as he's talking.
Once I had Googled him and realised who he was, I thought, is it an upgrade on Mowbray? Probably not.
No, I don't think it is.
Thought. No. And secondly, for Schumacher, I guess it's the size of the clubs. Like Stoke is a bit of a poison chalice, but you've got more of a foundation to grow something bigger with the Stoke than you have with the Plymouth. That's just a fact. I would have thought, wouldn't you?
And who's been linked to Plymouth tonight, by the way? Have you heard?
Oh, yes. The man with 15 voices.
Hi, Pitt.
Oh, Cookie.
Yeah,
I'm told Leighton Baines is going to get.
Yeah, Leighton Baines, you said earlier. I can't see. Can you see Plymouth going for a... I thought they'd go down a younger manager route again.
I'd love it if they did.
It's going to be a Scouser regardless. That's who they seem to go for.
Who's the Plymouth? Who's the current top boy in League One at the moment? Who's doing really well in the league?
John Mousinho. Mousinho.
There you go.
But Pompey are going to come up. They'll be in the Championship next season. So you wouldn't jump ship to a Plymouth, would you?
Well, Ryan Lowe did. Was in charge of Plymouth.
I know. I know who's going to go down. Lives
Who?
in the vicinity. The main man, Neil Warnock. He's been there before. Lives down there, doesn't he? They'll get him in.
Cowley boys?
Yeah. Bloody hell, they'll be going to the playoffs if they're in charge. Good luck.
What, the League One playoffs next year?
Cowley boys will probably turn up at Burton. They're looking for a manager. That's more their level. Burton or what about Troy Deeney today then, Gov? Did you see Troy Deeney? Forest Green.
Forest Green, yeah.
Me and Rich called them a gimmick club earlier, didn't we?
They are. They're a gimmick club.
Get them gone. Get down. Get into the non-leagues.
They are.
We won't play them again.
Never again.
Well,
Matt did like their kit. Matt did like their pink kit.
That was good. I like that. But yeah, joke club. Joke.
Yeah. Neil Fay said there was no money spent at Plymouth. There you go. Kind of says it
Well, that's why Schumacher was so good, wasn't he? He had used the loan market and
we spent a little bit. They bought Morgan Whittaker in. They didn't pay peanuts for him. Barley Mumba.
Talking of cherry picking, Morgan Whittaker.
Yeah, but I don't. Plymouth wouldn't. Well, money talk. I know money talks, but
they need the catch, and we've got it.
Plymouth might more than say a Southern for Jack Clark, because Plymouth may want to give the new manager a bit of a war chest in the window to bring a few of his own boys in. Plymouth haven't got the biggest of cash assets. He's one of them. You could move him on for a fee and then go and improve your squad that way. You know, because that's what clubs love to do: bring a new manager in, sell their better players to give him the players he wants, and then say, "What have you found?"
I do recall though when we was like going head to head with the title with Plymouth, and their fans were saying, "Look, we're not paupers. We're paying big wages for like Barley Mumba and that, and Morgan Whittaker." It doesn't seem to translate into them paying fees or anything, does it? So, who knows?
He obviously thought they'd reached their ceiling then, and that's why he's probably left.
Maybe. That Stoke's just a funny one, other than the geography of where he's from. Just seems a bit of a weird one to me.
Graveyard for managers.
Who was it? Did you say Rich? Nathan Jones? Crap there. Good at Luton.
Jones, Michael O'Neill. Obviously, Gary Rout was there.
Gary Rout?
Yeah, but they must have had a bit of money about him to bring in the players they did in the summer.
Alex Neil.
Neil's a good manager. Neil's a good manager. He's a good manager. Why did he jump ship at Sunderland?
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Money. Yeah. Obviously, payday.
Ambition.
Bet 365, isn't it? Bet 65 money. Perhaps you get a free account with them when you go there. Oh no, you can't bet in football, can you? Ignore
that.
Why do you ignore that? Don't forget we are also partnered with Stowmarket Osteopaths. Whatever aches and pains you may have, Stowmarket Osteopaths are people you should check out. I go there myself. Phone them up. Say, Freddie, the Gov has sent me 01449 613 633 for osteopath and physiotherapy services, in addition to a whole other host of Pilates, I think they do. They do all sorts. If you're achy, if you're painy, check them out. Head there, find out what they're all about, and somersault out like I do. 01449
big facility. Big facility when you turn up, is it?
Huge, mate. Well, for Stowmarket, no, it's not that big. It's a nice size practice.
How quick can you go around Tesco's after you've been in there?
Oh, mate, I could sprint.
You won't do now. Not this time of year.
Busy.
Do you know what I'm trying to find at the moment? A flan case.
Oh, I don't like flans. Don't like flans. They only come out at Christmas, don't they? Flans.
Yeah, my mum makes a flan every Christmas. Now she stopped. She's got to a certain age. She's like, I can't be bothered anymore. So I've taken up the mantle the last couple of years. Love a good flan at Christmas.
What do you have in it? What sort of fruit?
I've got the fruit for it downstairs. It's got some jelly. I've got some mandarin, strawberry,
not a flan,
pineapple. Right?
Hold on a minute. I thought flans had like ham and that in it.
No,
that's quiche.
That's quiche.
That's the same, isn't it?
No. Anyway, I can't find a flan case anywhere. So if anyone's got a flan case, I don't care how old it is, I will use it because I've got me jelly, me fruit. But no.
Have you not been on Amazon? Get on Amazon. Yeah.
I did look on Amazon.
What did they say?
Everywhere's out of stock.
Well, you should have done this earlier. This is typical Martin. He's left it to the last minute.
Flan case.
Flan case. Now everyone's going to have to go about flan.
Flan case, $13.99. Yeah. High kit sponge flan tin, 28 centimeters by 11 inches flan pan with non-stick coating.
But that's a tin. I can't eat tin. Like,
you're making it in it. You can. There's loads on it. There's loads on it. Flan cases. There's loads.
I want an actual pre-made
silicon.
No, I can't eat silicon.
No, they're for quiches though. They're for quiches.
One with flour.
Why have you left it so late? Anyway?
because somebody didn't tell me it was Christmas until suddenly it was Christmas.
You thought you're just going to get a flan case like that. They don't sell them down at the garage, by the way, on Christmas Eve.
No.
Let's get the pot noodles in. That was your plan A anyway.
Mike Baker knows. Can't beat a flan with condensed milk.
Oh, condensed milk, another thing that's just... Oh.
Joe, we are this close, my friends, to me making my first ever flan. And it's going to go terribly wrong.
We need evidence of this.
Yeah, we want pictures.
On Sunday's show at 1:30, we need pictures of the flan.
The flan will be made by then, surely.
It's got to be made by then, surely.
Oh, would it have to be? Yeah, because I'm busy Christmas Eve. I've got turkey, tuna's cake, the show at 1:30. Then I'm on the TV at 8 p.m. in the evening. Like,
hang on, whoa! With Mark Pugach?
With Seggers, Mark Seggers.
Oh, Seggers.
Yeah.
Gav us on again. He doesn't give us that gig, does he?
No.
I don't know
why can't we be on national TV?
Some of these gigs where they want someone for a pod. Yeah. Mine's never available. He's never available. Can you or Matt do it? Yeah, we can do it. He gets his face on the bloody box. He don't want us getting on there, does he? Unbelievable.
Absolutely not. No.
Shocking.
Reputation and standards and reputation is Mark Ashton.
Who are you on with this time? Because you were on with the QPR fan the first time. That was a good little chat.
Oh, I don't know. I did say to the producer though, won't be long
Chris
until
Reeve?
first.
Chris Reeve, can you get on with him? Go head to head with him.
They missed the trick there. They missed the trick there. Should have done that.
What a numpty, isn't he?
That might be a week where I do pass it over to you, Rich, because I think you'd probably take him to task much better than
I watched 10 minutes. I said to Matt today, I watched 10 minutes of talking Norwich City, gloating, and I thought, fucking hell, I'm not watching this shit anymore.
No, I ain't gone back. I haven't gone back to it since. I haven't gone back to it since. You are right. Goes to the range, says Phil Blundell. But there we go. No, so I've got a busy Christmas Eve, so I'll have to get on with it. But the 23rd is a bigger day because we are facing Leeds. Overall head-to-head record doesn't read too great. We've won 29, we've lost 34, we've drawn 21. Your first memory was on X, formerly known as Twitter this week, Rich. Why?
Always known as Twitter. It would never be called X.
So your first visit, well, I'm trying to keep up with the youth. Yeah. Leeds won, Ipswich 2 in the year 2000.
I remember, right. I remember this day, right, because I was supposed to be going on Gemini Coaches. Do you remember them?
Yeah, I do actually.
Gemini Coaches used to pick up in Newmarket. This was the day, or this was the week when there was petrol strikes. Do you remember? Fuel strikes back in 2000.
Because it reached what, £1.10 a litre. Now look at it, £1.55.
It's come down.
Where's the strikes now, people?
So I went with my mate Kerry O'Brien, who used to live in Saffron Walden. Top man Kerry. He lives in Leeds now, by the way. So we waited there, where home base is, for the bus. I can't remember what time. Didn't turn up. No word, no nothing. So we had to jump in the car. We drove there. I always remember we got in the ground and they had FIFA, their PlayStations out the back. So we were playing FIFA before the game, sat behind the goal, where their fans are now. And then Town proceeded to... that was when they had the good side under David O'Leary, didn't they? They had Bowyer and Nigel Martin, Alan Smith. And we beat them 2-1, didn't we? I don't know if anyone remembers. Jermaine Wright scored the winner.
That's right.
Underrated player. He was underrated. He was a good player.
So we're back on level terms. Herman Heridason,
legend,
skewed volley from Marcus Stewart cross with hip hop beyond the reach of Nigel Martin on 10 minutes by Ted Gowcroft.
Yeah, that was up there, end 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Bowyer scored. What minute did Bowyer score? Quite early.
Oh,
early goal for them.
Yeah, Lee Bowyer inside 10 yards.
I liked Bowyer for Town.
What was their team goal that day? The Leeds side.
I'm literally just reading the article you posted.
It's at the bottom. Scroll down.
Right.
Nigel Martin goal.
Yeah.
Kelly, Hart, Dewberry, Mills, Bowyer, The Court, McFowle, Smith, Bridges, Huckabee.
Michael Bridges. Darren Huckabee was in there. On the bench. Got the subs
Robinson, Jones, Hay, Burns and Hackworth.
Do you mean David O'Leary used to call them? They're just babies on Match of the Day all the time. They're just babies. No, they're not. They're professional footballers. Remember that? He's trying to protect
2-1 victory. We'd all take that this weekend, wouldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Richard Wright, Fabian Vilnius, Jamie Clapham, John McGrill, Jim Magilton, Matt Holland, Jermaine Wright, Marcus Stewart, James Gowcroft, Titus Bramble, and Herman Heridason.
What a team. What a team. Fantastic.
Bench was Johnson, Salmon, Croft, Roycer, and one other person. Can you name that person? He's not somebody you'd off. You're gone who?
Did we have, is he a defender?
Yep.
Did we have him on Talking Town? He's been
We did.
John Scales.
John Scales.
Hey, the legend. We love
It's a John Scales
We
sighting.
had him on. Do you remember we had him on?
We did. It was
Great
great.
show.
I think that was back in the Euros. I think that was back in the Euros, man. It was on a Sunday, wasn't it?
Great guy, John. Part of the
About
crazy
three-
gang.
He was a good player, but he was at the end of that career because he played for Liverpool, didn't he? He had injuries.
Spurs.
He only played 3 games for Town. I see him play at Leicester that's very same season early on.
It was pre-season he got injured, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was there. Like, I remember watching it right in front of me.
That Crazy Gang team's one of my favourite football sides of all time. That's brilliant. And then,
The Crazy Gang beats the Culture Club.
Yeah, brilliant.
What great commentary.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
All right. Well, they're not quite the Crazy Gang, but we are going up to play Leeds, and they can probably call us the Classy Gang.
Oh, nice.
Wow, I like that.
They can call us the goal machine. That's what they can call us.
The shellacking machine.
The shellacking machine is coming to Ellen Road
It just misfired
at
last week.
12:30. Yeah.
Got stuck. All right, we are going to face Leeds, obviously. The previous game ended in defeat. I've got a two-headed question for you both. What are your memories of that day, and what do you think Town would have learnt from that game to take in to this game on Saturday, Mr. Moss?
Well, look, I'm looking here, and I've got their front four. Who's the kid who went to Bournemouth? Sinistera?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gone. So you got James Pirot, obviously. I think that was his debut, wasn't it, when he played at Bournemouth?
Yeah, it was.
Signed from Swansea.
Yeah.
Somerville, Rutter. Who I think Rutter's got as many assists as Leif Davis now, Gov. I think he's up to 9.
He cost like 40 million, that guy.
I think 25 to 30. He hadn't scored until
Euros.
I think he hadn't scored until Town come along. He'd scored that first goal, didn't he? I think where he dribbled out from the right.
Oh, God, yeah.
Look, they're a good side. No one needs me to tell them that Leeds are not a good side. Look, that day, I think if we'd have gone to that game, Gov, and we'd have said we'll score 3 goals today, I think probably most people in that stadium would have thought Town are going to win. Obviously, we scored early, didn't we? There was an own goal.
Yeah.
Because Jackson started up front that day, didn't he? George Hurst was injured. And I thought we played really well, apart from that crazy, 11-minute spell? When they scored 3 goals. And look, Saturday going there, I said to you earlier, Matt, and I spoke to Colin, this was, I think, when they said it was going to be on Sky. I think the early kickoff helps us a little bit with like the atmosphere, because I think we all know what 12:30 atmospheres are like sometimes. They're flat, aren't they? If you'd have gone there 3 o'clock, it's getting dark, they've got the lights on. So I think we could use that to our advantage a little bit. But look, they're a very good side. They've got some good players going forward. We just need to defend properly on Saturday. You know, let's if they score a goal, make it be a good one. Don't give a cheap goal away, because like the 2 goals we give away Saturday against Norwich were shit, weren't they? Really, when you look back at them, I mean, I've watched that second goal several times. I mean, we spoke about it on Sunday when it's not even a good long throw, and Hurst is more concerned about grappling with Duffy. So just do the basics right. I think we'll get chances going forward, because Town always create chances, don't they?
Yeah.
Apart from the West Brom game, Gov, wherever we've been, we're likely to score a goal. It's for me, both penalty areas. You've just got to be clinical in both penalty areas, and then we might come away with a result. But I think it's going to be really, really hard.
So don't concede sloppy goals, and Matt will probably say now start fast, which means Town will be 1-0 down thanks to a sloppy goal in 5 minutes, right, Matt?
Yeah. Well, we seem to have eradicated that. But
Oh no!
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no.
There we go. There it is.
It's just interesting to see. Like I know Mike D said at the weekend or last week at some point that Archie Gray, who's like 18 or whatever, was playing
right back.
He's playing right back now. So that's interesting for Broadhead. That Janonso, who had been recalled on that day they played at Bournemouth Road and scored, he's now on the bench. Yeah, interesting. I just don't see why anyone would be nervous about going to that game when they're 10 points behind us for a reason. It's because they haven't been as good as us. And I think, as we said earlier, Rich, you know, when we talk about shellacking the sequel, when we go to Carrow Road in April, you know, Leeds are going to have to attack us a little bit. And Colin rightly said, you know, they drew Coventry. Even Sheffield Wednesday took a point at Leeds, by the way. Colin reminded me of that, 0-0. So again, I think away from home, you know, listen, there is a blueprint there. We went 1 down very quickly to Rotherham, didn't we? But, you know, we can bounce back, and we know we've got goals in us. So I certainly wouldn't be panicking if we did go a goal down. But I agree. You got to keep that defence tight. But it's a game we don't have to win, in actual fact. All we want to do is come out. Well, look, even if we look, worst case scenario, we lose. We're 7 points. There's the 7-point gap, isn't there? With Southampton level on Leeds as well. But even if it's a draw, great news, because the gap doesn't lessen. Certainly with Leeds anyway.
As Bill Blundell in the chat here says, pressure is well on Leeds. Because we beat them, it'll be game over for their second place hopes. Not quite game over at this stage, I'd say.
We've been here before, Phil. League One, Sheffield Wednesday. But yeah, it's very difficult. That's a real uphill. I mean, we're certainly going to be favourites. But let's not forget, everyone's waxing lyrical about Leicester, how good they were at Birmingham. The breakaway goals and all that kind of stuff. They're only 3 points ahead of us. And this is like some unbelievable team, by all accounts.
It would be unbelievable, though, wouldn't it, Rich? To head into Boxing Day, 13 points, 4 games clear of Leeds, and also could be Southampton, but certainly Leeds.
Yeah, look, I don't think we need to fear going there. We'll respect. Kieran will respect the opposition because he always does, and they should respect us because they've only just got to look at what we've done in these 22 games and know that we're a good side. And we look. We scored 3 goals. Don't anyone forget that we scored 3 goals against them at home. And we could have scored more. I know we scored like Chaplin's goals at the end, so it made it like a bit closer than it was. But on that day, they weren't miles better. They were just really clinical, Gov, in them moments when they had the chances there. And that's probably we haven't defended that bad in a spell in a game. Really, that's probably the only one game, and that was early on. That was early on in the season. And it was always probably going to happen when you're playing these teams that come down for the Premier League. They've got the quality, haven't they? If you make mistakes, they will hurt you. I tend to disagree a little bit with Matt. I wouldn't want to be going to Leeds and going 1-0 down with 37,000 there. Let's stay in the game for as long as we can. We don't really need to be second half as well. That's another big thing for me, Martin. How we start both halves, because we've been really sloppy. We were sloppy against Norwich, Birmingham, West Brom, and we've given early goals away in Cardiff, I think. Was it Cardiff? No, Blackburn at home as well. There was another game there where we got a little bit sloppy. So, look, it's a big game. Nobody needs to tell the players it's a big game, but is the pressure on Town? There's pressure, but Leeds need to know that they need to win that game because, like Phil says there, I agree with you. I don't think it's quite game over, but 13 points is a massive gap. Massive. Even 10 at the minute. But even if we lose, so what? So what? It's Leeds out the way. They're gone. We played them twice. They're gone. We ain't got to play them again. So, look, it's a game that we should relish going to and performing at these stadiums. And what, we won 7 away, Gov, already? Away from home?
Yeah.
So we're more than capable of going there. We're more than capable of going there and getting a result. We are. Will we get a result? Will we get a result? Who knows? It's on the day. It just depends. If Broadhead has them chances that he had on Saturday, I'd expect him to put them away. I would, honestly. I wouldn't see him missing a chance, especially that first one again. But look, Leeds has got to get the result. They're under pressure. Their fans are really, really. They've got a lot of expectations, haven't they? And Colin said in the chat, there's a little bit of pressure on Farker now, and there's masses more expectation on Leeds, your Leicesters, your Southamptons, and there ever is on Town this season. We should just relish these games and enjoy them and go there and do our best. And if we get a result out of it, brilliant. If we don't, we got nothing to be worried about because the position we're in, the position that we put ourselves in from the 22 games previously.
There's only one team that shut us down completely. That was West Bromwich Albion. Leeds ain't going to play in that style. I noticed they've not done it since either. West Brom, even Stoke scored there at the weekend. So I'll just go out and play our normal game, and if we win, we win. If we draw, we draw. If we lose, we lose. But we're still going to be second, regardless. At the end of the day, it would just be nice to try and keep the points tally we've got over those clubs on our heels.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. And like I said before, I keep going to these away games, and it's just like I'm at the end of the game, boys. You're just standing there, and it's just like it's unbelievable. We're going to Borough and winning. We're going to Watford and winning. I mean, if I'm standing there about 2:30 on Saturday and we've got a result at Leeds, I mean, who cares about what happened in the derby? Because that was only one game. This is a much bigger game Saturday for Town than it was against Norwich.
If Coventry can go there and get a point, we're more than capable, and I think we're more than capable of scoring at 2 goals. I mean, bloody hell, like we've said before, we scored 3 against them at Pullman Road. We all thought we'd go. If you'd said that before the game, you'd think we'd be going home with 3 points, wouldn't you? No one saw us conceding 4.
Yeah.
There was a rare Haladki error in that game, wasn't it? That pro scored.
Yeah,
up in
it's
the beatdown.
spilled one, didn't it?
Yeah, the second
Yeah,
goal.
yeah,
But
yeah. So, let's see. But I certainly think Ipswich will put on a really good performance. I think they relish the occasion. They've not let us down yet. Scored 2 at Middlesbrough, scored 2 at Watford. I can see it scoring 2 at Ellen Road, quite frankly. Middlesbrough did with 10 men.
Yeah, and obviously victory, 13 points, 5 games, not 4 games. Apologies there on the quick maths. It was slightly wrong. It is late. Dorset Blue, thank you very much for your comments in the chat. We appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. You say about 37,000 fans there. That's always great when things are going well, but that could also work in reverse, right? The more you frustrate them, the longer you draw out the process, the longer you can create an atmosphere where the fans start to get on the players' backs and the jeers are coming out. That's something that Town could maybe look to really work to an advantage to. Do you think, Matt?
Yeah, 100%. Very much like we were in League One when we were getting frustrated. People wanted the manager out, like me. Leeds think they're going to be Leeds thought they were going to be bouncing back top 2. Well, they would be top 2 if it wasn't for us, as we said before. We're the fly in the ointment, stopping a Premier League, the bottom 3 returning straight away. So, I can certainly see that. And I think Ipswich will play a style of football that will probably piss Leeds off because we'll be on the front foot. They're not going to be parking the bus, are they? We're going to go there to win the games. We don't park the bus.
Good comment there from Charlie. Strikers win your games, defenders win your titles, Matt.
Well, what about Leif Davis? Martin said left back would never get promoted. Was he leading the assists?
He might do back-to-back promotions just to prove me wrong.
Going back to his old stomping ground, isn't he? Ellen Road?
Yeah, absolutely. So my expected 11 for this game is going to be as follows. What do you think, boys? I've got Haladki, Clark, Tuntwabi, Burgess, Davis, Morsey, Luongo, Chaplin, Broadhead, Hurst, and it is, in fact, Wes Burns in the right position.
Bang on.
Yeah, I got it right for once.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Why do we think Twanzebe comes in for Wolfenden then? Just a safer pair of hands away from home, can handle the occasion.
It's interesting because it was Wolfie's 150th game, wasn't it? I don't know if you see he'd replied to the tweet from the club. He was having a little bit of a dig at some fans, basically saying hopefully 150 more. Hopefully, I might move the ball a bit quicker or something like that. Because fans do get on him a little bit, don't they, when he slows the game down? But I think that's just how he plays. That's the way that we play. Look, Twanzebe, he played in the Millwall game, didn't he? That's the only home game apart from he played obviously Fulham in the Cup, but he does seem to play in them away games. Look, I think it's nothing against Wolfie. I think he's obviously going to be needed, Matt, when Burgess goes away with Australia, because I think he'll go. I don't think he's retiring from international football like Luongo, is he? So I think we're going to have to suck that one up. But
I don't know if someone was taking a mick today, but someone messaged me to say, obviously, African Cup of Nations, Democratic Republic of Congo are in there. Twanzebe can play for them. So he's not. Is he going to be available to be picked? Lord. I don't know. No one's actually covered that yet.
I don't think he'll be going. Not with his fitness record.
I wouldn't have thought so with his fitness record. No, but food for thought anyway. Just mark that one down.
I'd personally go with Wolfie. I just felt McKenna would go with.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he will. Yeah, I think he will. I mean, look, I don't get the impression that Twanzebe moves the ball much quicker than Wolfenden, I guess, but he's just a bit more of an experience. Well, is he more of an experienced head? Wolfie 150 games? I don't know. He certainly played in bigger occasions, hasn't he, Twanzebe?
High level, isn't it?
High level. Come out of Man United. So maybe he's got a little bit more of a mentality about him. But, if it's Wolfie, fair play. I don't get why everyone gets on his back. I just like to see a little bit more fire in his eyes a little bit before some of these bigger games. But
BSC, base name is Blue. One of McKenna would ever play a back 5 with wing backs, Clark, Wolfie, Axel, Burgess, Davis for a Leeds or Leicester. But he kind of does, though, because they practice a back 5 before the game, which kind of it sort of lends itself to thinking there must be a pattern where without the ball, Town slip into the back. Yeah.
They do sometimes, don't they? But I mean, it's pretty fluid though, isn't it?
Incredibly fluid. And we do play back 3 a lot of, through periods of the game. If you go and see analytical sites or Twitter threads, Town play a lot of back 3
It's because, like we said before, Gov, it's because Davis plays so high, doesn't he? That's the way it is. And Clark just drops in there, doesn't he? But can I see him playing Wolfie, Axel, and Burgess? No, I don't think he'll play all 3 of them together. I'd be very surprised.
Kate said it on Sunday, didn't she? She said, "Don't change what you're doing." We've got 52 points from 22 games.
So in my defence about left backs don't win you promotions, I've never had a left back in my mind history of football given a free role like Leaf is.
Yeah,
as long as you're on the left, Leaf, you can go wherever you want. Like you can be up on a corner flag, you can sit in the 6-yard box, you can just do what you want to do.
Down, well, you said it, Rich. Did he Sunday? He's like a winger. It's basically a winger.
See, Charlie says there, nothing against the centre backs. There is a reason why we're conceding 2 goals a game, but I don't think it's just down to the centre backs.
No.
I think it's the collective, isn't it? Really, when like the goal on second goal Sunday. That's if George Hurst does his job there, which he's come back to defend a long throw. I don't think they score.
No.
You know.
All right, let's flip that. Is that a George Hurst problem, or is that more of a coaching error? I'm not saying from McKenna. I'm saying from whoever sets the set pieces up, because you're asking George Hurst, who clearly, looking at the footage, isn't comfortable man against 1v1 against Duffy in that situation, because he's not concerned about the ball. He's more concerned about trying to stop.
It wasn't even a great throw. This is what I said. I wouldn't care if someone had thrown it in Rory Delap style, Matt, and it ricochets and they score a goal. Fair enough. Yeah. It wasn't even a good throw.
No,
that's just. No. I just think that's sloppy from. I don't want to. I know you don't like any criticism of George Hurst, but I'm going to criticise him a little bit, because I just think why is he more concerned about grappling with Duffy than he's not even looking. He ain't even looking at the ball, Matt. He's not looking at the ball, which. I'm not saying just Town. You see it a lot of times now when there's set pieces and throw-ins and corners. Half the time, they've got their arms around each other. They're more concerned about where the player's going than where the ball is.
Certainly around the 6-yard box, inside the 6-yard box. Certainly, I noticed that on Saturday.
Just
one of them things.
There you go. The McSaucepan. We're more interested in just wrestling, not even looking at the ball. 100% correct.
Was my defence of Hurst that obvious? It's like, I know you want to defend him.
I wouldn't say it's a coaching error particularly. I would just say it was a mistake made in a pressure situation in high stakes. It's going to happen. Just resulted in a goal.
But we need to eradicate them. Sloppy goals.
Oh yeah, it's constant. I would say it's probably concentration and focus and getting distracted. Maybe that was the reason they did it, Norwich. Who knows? But it's easy to say that in hindsight, isn't it?
What is our record in terms of set piece conceding these days? Like,
I don't think we've got a problem, have we? Really?
I didn't say we did, but I was wondering what the record was. Is it been? Because it feels like we've been.
But it's interesting, right? Interesting. I don't know if you see about set pieces about what's the Notts County manager? Can't remember his name. The bald guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He had a really good piece it was at a fans forum, and he done a really good piece about short corners, Matt. And it went on for about 3 minutes. And I'll tell you what, he's correct what he says, like short corners, and then he's on about second phases, and it's still a set piece. And he is 100% correct there, because it's like the goal we score on Saturday, Martin, first goal.
Luke Williams is his name.
Yeah, brilliant. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. Now,
I've seen that,
It's like the first goal we score Saturday. That's from a second phase ball. Still a set piece goal, and it's still from a corner. I know it's not directly come for it. That's an interesting one, because I know Matt was saying about if we'd had VAR, the 2 goals from Norwich would be ruled out. Well, if we'd had VAR, Town's first goal would be ruled out, because Wolf is offside. Coming back, he interferes with their centre half. It drops down to Broadhead and he scores. So, no, I'm just saying, if we had VAR, we're going to have to get used to this next season, because we are going to be on here moaning like fuck when we have goals disallowed by someone's toenail being offside.
Yeah.
I much prefer it how it is. And I know it was Saturday is frustrating because there's 2 goals there that probably shouldn't have been given. But do we want to take that emotion out of the game, and we're not celebrating, and you're standing there waiting? And we can't just bring it in for these one games, man.
I feel we should.
If we get to a playoff final, say we finish 3rd and we get to a playoff final at Wembley in May, you'll have a game there with VAR when we've not played with it all season.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, the competition rule should be consistent throughout, but the lino was in with Rowe, was in line with him. He should have flagged it, but it is what it is. No, it's a human error.
All right. As we round off the show, then let's go to our score predictions. What do we feel this weekend, gentlemen? Over to you two. Score predictions, please. Whoever wants to lead us can lead on.
I know Rich can go first, because I know his one already.
Okay.
I'm going to be pessimistic, because I think everyone's going to say, "Oh, look, he's being negative again." I'm just being honest, and I'm normally wrong, by the way. So This could be it's very good, actually. So, yeah, I think Town, it's a really hard game. I think we're going to lose. I've just got a funny feeling Saturday. It might be one of them games where it might be a little bit too much for us. A lot for me, whoever scores the first goal. I think if Town can get in the lead, and like you said, Gov, a little while ago, you can use that crowd against them. The longer it goes, if it is 1-0, say half-time, 15, 20 minutes into second half, they're getting nervous, they're getting onto their backs. Leeds 3, Town 1. There you go, I said it.
Okay. Leeds 3, Town 1 from the Cruncher. Matt?
That's a leaky defence then. How many times have we conceded 3 this season? Just Leeds to get like at home, wasn't it? Was it just Leeds at home in the league?
3.
Blackburn 4-3.
4-3. Yeah.
You got quite a few twos, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, not away from home. Not away from home. We've not let 3 in, have we? 2 at West Brom. Should have been 3 at West Brom if Matt Phillips, your namesake, had got his feet in the right place. Not it.
This match.
Do you think you'd scored? Do you think you'd scored that?
Yeah,
you wouldn't even been there.
Would have buried. I would have backhilled it in. That's the level of skill I bring.
Of course it is.
So ball in the box.
Of course it is.
I think it will be 1-1.
Oh, I knew you were going to go for your trusted 1-1.
I'm agreeing with Andy Barrel. Shout out the Southwest. Yeah, I think it'll be 1-1. I don't see us losing that. We're ahead of them for a reason. Yeah, I can see that. I'm certainly not discounting the fact we could win the game, but 1-1 seems probably.
They are 11 undefeated at home, 7 wins, 4 draws.
If Coventry can get a 1-1 draw there, Ipswich Town could certainly get one. Bloody Sheffield Wednesday can get a pull a clean sheet there. We can certainly do it. That's when they were going through their shit period. They've had a bit of a resurgence recently, haven't they?
They have.
Yeah.
Colin 1-0.
And it's on to Leicester.
Phil 2-1. Andy 1-1. Lee 2-2. Trevor 4-4.
Oh, what a game that would be. My Lord. I don't think our hearts could take it.
Dorset Blue.
Leeds
Leeds
3, agrees with me.
Charlie's gone 3-1. Emerson's gone 3-1 Leeds. Nick's gone Ipswich 3, Leeds 1.
That we're going to let him pray. I don't get it.
Greg said, even if we win at Leeds, mathematically, we could still miss the top 2. No complacency, lads, please.
100%.
Gary says 3-1.
We're just telling you what the table looks like right now.
Yeah. Keith, they are due a loss. Why not?
Exactly, Keith.
Lee, I see them blowing us away early doors. We do not start good away.
Yeah,
I
do. We have to. It's vital how we start this game because the crowd's going to be up early. Even though I did say it's an early kickoff. But don't give them anything early. Don't give them anything to hang on to. And
Colin's gone
3-all. He just said 1-0 there a minute ago.
No, he was putting his score with the VAR corrections from last weekend. Didn't realise.
1-0. So we've beaten Norwich 1-0. So the 14 years is over then, yeah?
Over, it certainly is. Yeah. But come on, email TNC, boys.
But whatever happens, win, lose or draw, we're still in a great position. You know?
Oh, good. Yeah, people need to go. I'm feeling a lot of people like glass half empty here. We are in a title race, everybody.
We're going to win Saturday, boys. We're going to win.
We are in a title race here right now.
Are you giving your prediction for once?
We're going to win.
What are you saying?
2-1 saying.
It's going to go 2-1.
Well, look.
That'd be brilliant if that is that.
I'm going to go scene reminiscent of the Valley with obviously not Noel Hunt winner this time, but I don't know, somebody in the 95th minute when it's 1-1.
5th minute winner. Oh, my Lord.
If we had one
batting down the hatches, getting out of Ellen Road Town. If we scored, I might have to stay in the stadium for a little while because the natives will be
feeling,
So Rich was saying that they're all in the upper tier then at Ellen Road, behind the goal, yeah?
No, we're on the side.
Oh, on the side, upper tier.
No, yeah, and then Leeds did request more tickets, Town, but they didn't give it to us. So they've sold all the seats They've sold all the seats in front of us as well.
You used to be behind the goal at Leeds, the away end.
Well, not for a long while. Matt. No.
Not played them for a long while, have we?
95th minute winner, courtesy of Dane Scarlett.
Hey!
Scarlett gets his first Town goal.
Oh, yes.
The guy who sits to the right of me from Stowmarket, Mick, he said Scarlett would score the winner on Saturday against Norwich. I was hopeful. Oh, well, listen, wouldn't that be great? That might kickstart his Town career a little bit if he was to do that.
He needs a moment, doesn't he? He needs a moment, doesn't he?
We said this, didn't we? He needs a moment. He hasn't had it yet. That could be it. It'd be brilliant if it was.
I think why not? Why not?
Off the bench.
It's got to be somebody off the bench.
Be positive, people. We're in a title race right now. We're in a title race.
Why not? There we go. But we are back on Friday for Talking Knockouts.
Yes.
We
Can't
are
wait.
dusting the gloves off. Then we are back on Saturday for a match reaction again.
What time? What
This man
time's
here
the
is gonna be
boxing
joining
show for everybody?
Matt,
8
you tell
o'clock,
him.
is it? Could be 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
I've got to rush. I've got to get my mum shopping in. So I have to rush. She still can't
Get
get
on
around
it.
the
It'd be a great
supermarket
show,
after
everyone.
interview.
That's a
It'll be good.
massive.
It
that's
could be
a
a long
big
show,
bill.
that. There's a lot of
That's-
fights.
There is a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Certainly is.
It'll be
Then
good.
the match reaction. Then we're live as normal on Sunday, despite it being Christmas Eve. And then we've got the match reaction on Boxing Day. Then we've got Talking Town. Like we're not going anywhere, despite it being Christmas. We're not feet up. We're not.
Are you?
eating
Hang on.
cake.
Well, are you leaving your living room on Boxing Day? There you go.
There's so
Maybe
much
not.
flange left.
Gov doesn't. We need to see evidence of this flan, don't we? If anyone can help Gov out with a flan case,
That'd be tremendous.
come on.
That
Surely
would
on
be
them
tremendous.
Facebook, surely on them Facebook sites, you put a shout out because everybody sells everything on there. You know, bloody old saucepans, someone's old pants, Matt. They probably sell them on there. You must get a flan case. Would you want someone's old flan case though, Matt?
No.
No. I wouldn't want the flan, quite frankly.
No. Flan's a lush thing. Bit of custard, bit of cream, bit of.
So have you been to
bread
Tesco's
cream.
at Stone?
I've been to Stonemarket Tesco, Ipswich Tesco, Morrison's, Iceland's,
Aldi?
Aldi's, Lidl.
Oh, so the trails
been
run
everywhere.
dry. You're not getting a flan case then anyway.
I've looked at Waitrose online, sold out. I mean, Waitrose. I was prepared to get a second mortgage for this flan case.
Yeah.
The
Goddamn
trail's
flan
cold.
case. Is there going to be Talking Town drinks before the QPR game? We were talking about
I
that.
Well, I'm
believe so.
going.
I
Yeah,
believe
the
so.
Greyhound.
Yeah,
Greyhound.
Greyhound.
Mike Woods
Yeah.
wants to do a pub crawl. He's on about going to several watering holes, but I'm staying at the Greyhound. So if you
More than
fancy
one, I will
anybody,
be crawling.
get yourself there.
I'm surprised Streaky's in Copenhagen. I thought he was still in that queue at the Black Horse where me and Mike saw him. Bloody massive queue that was.
Sharon Guest, make your own flan case. Come on, there you go.
Get in touch with Sharon.
Could I
YouTube.
cheekily ask Sharon that you make one and I'll pick it up?
Ah,
Still not going on.
I'm not. I've never made a flan case before. I'd be too nervous. Far too nervous.
Anyone listening or watching from Stowmarket got a flan case? Might come round and pick it up.
I will travel. If
How
I have
far?
to.
How far are you prepared?
There's no limit.
Well, you don't really want to say that. No, you don't want to say there's no limit, do you? Because someone watching this from up north could say, "I've got a flan case."
Well, I'm
You're
not
not
going
traveling.
I'm not going to max facts. Am I in Melbourne? Like if he comes up with a flan case, I'm not.
Well,
Just nip down the shops.
I bet you
on
Codring's a
trains.
good lady
He's on the
wife, that one.
trains.
I bet Mrs. Plum, Venetia, I bet she's got a flan cake. She's good at baking, telling me.
There you
She'll have
go.
all that kind of
Anyway,
stuff.
the call is out there. Thank you.
It's out
It's
there
only
now.
a sponge, says Lee Anderson. Lee, I make one cake, and that's a
See, Lee,
mayonnaise
right?
chocolate cake. Like,
Ever since it was determined that I was taller than Lee, we've not seen him at the statue since.
Oh, we see him on Saturday, scurrying by, didn't we?
yeah,
Did you? I didn't see him.
Well,
I
you
didn't
weren't,
see
well, obviously, because you fucking weren't there. You were
No.
in the-
Oh,
You're
yeah,
in
football
the pub,
game.
yeah.
I know he was in the pub. He was in the
No.
pub.
Yeah, you're in the pub.
Get
But,
on
but for
it.
the record, I am a chef, not a baker.
Oh.
I can
Oh,
cook.
okay.
I can't bake. There are two different things.
Oh, I've
I am the sort of person that goes one for luck, and with baking,
had
you
a lot.
can't
I've had a lot of
do
people
one
called Governor Master Baker.
I've been called much, yeah, along those lines.
Got a
Anyway.
chef-
Have you got
hat?
an apron? Have you got an apron?
Oh no, naked chef, darling.
I've got one here.
Chef's hat. Chef's
Look at
hat.
this. Oh, look at this. I've
Chef's
got my own
Chef's
apron
hat,
here.
no.
He's got an Ipswich Town apron. The crunch,
No.
I'm sure he has.
No. It's a dog one. It says. Oh, hang on. Oh, fucking hell. What have I done here?
Look, you're
Oh, no,
wrecking the
everything's
set.
falling down. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
God.
Oh, you're
my
wearing.
Lord.
Are you wearing trousers?
Yeah, I've got pants on. It says, every meal you make, every bite you take, I'll be watching you. And it's
Good.
got a picture of a dog on. There you go.
Good that. Good that.
Clever.
Do you wear
Very
one of them
clever.
long, big chef's hats?
No.
Shame. I can
With
imagine you
this
in that.
hair. Come on,
No.
people.
Oh, hang on. And
What?
have you need to carry out that risk assessment in that kitchen, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh,
Trip
No
hazards all over
please.
the place.
Yeah.
That is a
Health and
problem.
safety.
Is that cupboard shut yet?
No. Anyway,
Oh.
we're done for today. Hit the
We
like,
digress.
subscribe, and we'll see you on Friday.
Get them flan
and a-
cases in, guys. Flan cases for Gov.
Good night.
You make me smile when I think of you. If I